Good day, mates. Pitching 88. We are back playing Criminal Case on Facebook. Did you guys know this is case 150? I had zero idea. I think that is awesome. It's amazing to me that I've done so many of these. Hey Ace, we came here on the hunt for somber activity. Instead, we find ourselves in the murder of Rufus Murlock, one of the biggest media moguls in the world. That's right, Carmen. And if this case isn't solved promptly, the Bureau's name will be dragged through the mud by the press. We can't let that happen. Ace, turn on the TV. Bryce LeBeau is being arrested on the victim's property. I'm on the scene of this. The famed deep-sea treasure hunter Bryce LeBeau is being arrested by local authorities for trespassing on the late Rufus Murlock's private property. The recently murdered Murlock bought this stretch of ocean off the Sydney coast 15 years ago, and it had it banned from public access since its purchase. This is ridiculous. No one tells Bryce LeBeau where he can hunt for treasures. No one. That man cannot keep me away from that shipwreck, alive or dead. Wow, the gruesome shooting of Rufus Murlock is currently under investigation with the cooperation of several international law enforcement agencies. This is Cooper Anderson with the Wolf News. Wow, so you got Cooper Anderson, and you also have Wolf News from Doctor Who. Ace, what would a treasure hunter want from Rufus' property that would be worth being arrested for? I smell a lead. Let's go see what LeBeau knows. Then we can grab our scuba gear and investigate the shipwreck ourselves. Oh, really? We're going to be investigating the shipwreck. I like it. I like it. What's up, LeBeau? LeBeau, we need to ask you some questions about Rufus Murlock before you're taken into custody. Genial, more police. Everybody wants some LeBeau today. First, light that cigarette and you'll regret it. Second, would you care to explain why you were trespassing on a murdered man's property? Rufus has forbidden me to dive in his water, but now that he's dead, I can do what I want. Right, and you said something about a shipwreck on TV? What can you tell us about that? I found it while mapping the coast. I tried to get permission to dive it, and Murlock refused. Said I had no business snooping in his affairs. No one ever says no to LeBeau. If you ask me, Senior Trooper, something very fishy is going on here. You may very well be right. Maybe the only truthful thing he ever tells us. Oh, it's got my look. Except I have blue eyes, not green. Let's see. Watch. Ladder. Orange debris. Grab middle case. Seal. Wow, that was a fantastic job. Beautiful, another star, just what we needed. And then you have the carbonate, then you get in. Yeah, I just wonder what happens if it gets to 100. Oh, shoot, I didn't press partner. It's a good thing we're both dive certified, Ace, or we would have missed out on searching the shipwreck on Rufus's property. What'd you find? Hey, that dive watch you grabbed is still working. Somebody's been down here recently. There's something engraved on the back of the watch, but it's really faded. A good dusting could give us more info. That case looks pretty new too. No signs of corrosion. The fact that it's weighted means someone put it down here recently. You can unlock it, we can see what's stashed inside. And now that the pile of broken machinery looks like it's been down here for a while, I'm not sure how helpful it will be, but you can repair it and see what you get. It's true. I do have those skills. Perfect. That extra star is probably going to take me through at least this section. Nope. This one. There we go. Thaws. Ace, there's a gun inside that case you found. How'd they get all the way out here? Better yet, who put it down here? Somebody definitely tried to hide that gun. Too bad for them you found it, Ace. Let's get this gun to Jonah and his ballistics pronto. For sure. Yep, thank you. It was hot. I'm not gonna lie. It was like 88, 90 in the house. It was rough. But then again, sometimes people are in situations a lot worse than me, so it's not that bad. Ooh. On the back of the dive watch are the words property of Michelle Zuria. Michelle Zuria, that's the name of the lawyer we met in Singapore. Something suspicious about that woman. First we find out her client in Singapore is somber. Now she's here in Australia, sniffing around a mysterious shipwreck. Ace, we need to find out exactly what's going on. Let's talk to Michelle. Oh, she makes an appearance again. Remember guys, there's 2 more cases left, so after this one, stuff's gonna get cray. It's too early for me to say hey in all caps. Alright, so what do we got here? Interesting. Hey, so I'm impressed you were able to put that rusty pile of junk back together. But what is it? Oh yeah, it does say voyage data recorder on. This records the ship location, identity, and even its destination. Whatever happened to this ship will be on this contraption. We need to get to Elliot ASAP. Nice. Get to both, baby. Whoa, 2 12 hours back to back. Dang. Look at Miss Zuria. Why is it there's always a mysterious high-profile murder you keep popping up? Occupational hazard, I suppose. What do you want, Senior Trip Race? Well, we found your dive watch near an unidentified shipwreck on Rufus's private property. We could take you in for trespassing. You could, but you won't, because I wasn't trespassing. Your victim had recently contacted me to do some private legal consulting. He asked me to do a full audit of his assets, including maritime property. Rufus hires you and now he's dead? Well, that's quite a coincidence, wouldn't you say? Hypothesize all you want, Senior Trip Race, but if you got nothing else, I have a glass of Shiraz and a warm bath waiting for me at the hotel. Sounds like a fantastic night. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna grab a whole bunch of stars. I'll see you guys in 12 hours. I'm Pitching Ace 88. Au revoir.
Good day, mates. Pitching Ace 88. We are back. Let's finish some of this stuff off. Hey, Ace, I can't really believe you managed to restore this data recorder. It's in pretty bad shape. You're a miracle worker, kid. I'm sure you'll be able to get something from it. Well, yeah, I was able to get some info, but not much. According to the data log, that ship went down about 30 years ago. I tried cross-referencing the recorder's data with listed wreckages, and I don't find anything. There's nothing about this wreck anywhere. So a ship goes down off the Australian coast and there's nothing on it? That doesn't sound right. Well, there are also 0 hospital records of any passengers having gone in for emergency treatment after the accident. Without a passenger manifest check, we can probably assume there weren't any survivors. Ace, LeBeau was right. Something fishy is definitely going on here. Why would Rufus be so interested in the shipwreck that he privatized those waters and forbid anyone from going down there? Rufus must be implicated in that wreck, but how? You're right, we need to dig up more dirt about our victim's past, and since Chaka's told us she met Rufus while he was an eager Joey living in the outback, I suggest we start there. Sounds good? Oh man. Today, got a flat tire while I was driving on the freeway. No bueno. Hey, it's good job recovering the gun. It's 32 Walther PPK, made famous by James Bond, particularly a collector's piece. So is it our murder weapon? Definitely. I compared the 2 bullets Angela retrieved from the victim with the ballistics fingerprint of this particular arm, and it's a match. This gun is your murder weapon. Well, this gun's our murder weapon. How did it get out to that shipwreck? Most criminals dispose of their weapons in the nearest public location. Your killer went to the trouble of specifically placing it where you found it. That means your killer scuba dives. Well, there are no depths Ace won't dive in order to bring our killer to justice. Alright, well, he's an idiot. If you're going to throw something else, don't make it a place that you could actually scuba dive to get. It just makes a lot of sense. Bryce LeBeau, Shia LaBeouf. That'd be funny. Leftover Eastern Brewers mixed salt and vegetables. I'm gonna show you, but honestly I don't like it very much. Oh, okay. Alright, let's see. Phoenix Fox. Yep. Butterfly, trunk. No, it's not a trunk, that's a trunk. Mouse, shovel, paper. Let's see, it says, it's actually like that. There you go, there you go. Those those newcomers. Those newcomers coming to us. That haven't been on here since the beginning. That's okay. Thank you guys for coming. Hey, so we came back here to see what we could dig up on Rufus's past. So let's take a look at what we found. This is one fancy costume trunk. I have no idea what you'll think you find in there, but it's worth a shot. What's that in your hands? The Corey Times? Looks like an Aboriginal newspaper, and Warren's in that photo. Well, the rest is too sun-bleached and faded to read. Dusting it might help recover some of the missing details. Yep, and also, theoretically, we could get, like, a historical, like, record of all that stuff, but let's do it the hard way. Oh, there you go. Hey, so there's enough costuming in that trunk to dress the entire cast of Muriel's wedding. Looks like you found some kind of show photo in that trunk. Oh, you're right. On the bottom it's signed Cherry and Chakas. This trunk must be Chakas. Who the other person in this photo is? Let's run it through the database to find out. Does anybody want to think that it's Rufus? Place our bets. SBA. Yep. Facebook would not allow me to be ace, sadly. Ace, the newspaper photos of Warren shaking hands with somebody, but it's hard to tell who it is. But the sign behind them says Australian Casinos Incorporated. What would Warren and an Aboriginal lobbyist want with a casino developer? Fortunately, the article is written in some kind of Aboriginal dialect. You're right, Ace. If anyone can translate this writing, it's Dupont. It's true. It's true. He's pretty good at what he does. 9 hours. Great. Fantastic. Alright, who's this guy? Yep. That's who we thought. Oh. Man. Got that wrong a little bit. They both look the same. Every time I miss it. Well, I can't believe it, Ace. Cherry is actually Rufus. What the heck was Rufus doing dressed in drag with Chakas? I don't think anyone's ever heard about the conservative Rufus Murloc exploring his feminine side. It seems Chakas has a lot more to tell us. Let's go find out what this dynamic drag duo was all about. Hello again, Senior Brace. Can I help you? Chakas, can you explain the photo we found of you and Rufus in drag? Darl, you make me choke on my Shiraz. I thought you said Rufus had a staunch anti-drag campaign, but here he is all dolled up. What's the deal? When I first met Rufus, he was lost, working at the Horde petrol station, but I saw potential and fantastic cheekbones. Took him under my well-manicured wing, taught him everything I knew. We became Cherry and Chakas, drag duo extraordinaire. Still can't believe Rufus was a drag queen. Life is stranger than fiction, Darl. Rufus showed up here with nothing, no one. All he had was himself in a suitcase. But I made him a star. We were gonna hit it big. It was gonna be goodbye Vegemite, hello caviar. And then he moved, said he wanted to start a new life. He turned his back on me after all I'd done for him. It was like a stab in the heart. Well, that's one sad story, but Senior Trace finds out that you killed Rufus. It'll be goodbye freedom, hello jail for you. It's true. Alright guys, so we got 9 hours. I'm going to grab a whole bunch of more stars. I'll be right back. Michigan88. Au revoir.
Good day, mates. Or actually, good morning. Pitching against 88, let's finish this off. Palia. Ace, I'm delighted to be of service. I finally got a chance to brush up on my Pit Jant Jat Jara. Your Pinchant what? Pit Jant Jat Jara. One of the Aboriginal languages of the Uluru region. Also the language written on the newspaper you brought me. Traditionally spoken by Pit Jant Jat Jara, people of Central Australia. Dialect is mutually intelligible with other variations of the Western Desert language. Sure. Well, that's boring. Can you tell us what the article says? We don't have much time here. Carmen, if you actually listened, you learned something. The newspaper article is on the expose of your suspect, Warren Mundine, apparently brokered a deal to sell his people's tribal land to a wealthy casino developer. Wait, what? Warren sold his people's land to a casino? And is outlined in our victim's newspaper? Well, that sounds like a motive, Ace. Let's go talk with Warren. I'm betting he gives us a lot more this time. Yeah, considering he was very negative last time we spoke to him. Hey Warren, we found the piece Rufus reporters did on you. You sold your tribe's land. He exposed your shady dealings. The entire article is rubbish, mate. A bunch of bold-faced lies is what it is. The deal I made with that casino developer was to spare the sacred land of my tribe. In exchange, our tribe would help with the construction. But this article made me out to be a traitor, said I sold out my culture for money. So you had an axe to grind with Rufus. Those lies destroyed my life. I was the face of my people, our cause. But they don't trust me anymore. Everything I worked for is gone. Being an Aboriginal leader was my whole life, mate, but now I pass my days eating Vegemite and drinking Shiraz. Well, mate, for the rest of your days you'll be about prison if we find out you murdered Rufus Murlock. And Rufus sounds like kind of a bad guy. Papua New Guinea would be cool. I do think somber fictional Alan could definitely work. Ace's investigation is taking quite the turn. Who would have thought Rufus Murlock, millionaire mogul, started his days as a drag queen? Even Warren expected us to find the murder weapon at the site of the completely undocumented shipwreck on the victim's property. None of this adds up. You're right, Ace. Maybe by reviewing our notes we can start making sense of it all. We discovered Michelle had been snooping around the shipwreck. She said she was auditing the victim's property, but knowing her, she's got something else up her sleeve. And Rufus defamed Warren, causing him to lose his livelihood. But would Warren have taken Rufus's life in return? And we can't forget about Bryce LeBeau, who's most likely trying to sneak back on the victim's property as we speak. Ace, I've got something huge to tell you. You know that shipwreck on Rufus's property? It's Sombra. That ship is Sombra? They've been around for a while. Find out more in Chapter 3. This has been Pachini's Idiot. Over and out.